Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master. A KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka, Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shattered Plant.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field. Whittleton Creek, Vermont. On the surface, a picture-perfect suburban dream. Wide roads, golden maple trees, and verdant lawns. Most residents here are white-collar professionals, ranging from university staff to government employees.
Most, but not all. Janus's unpresuming home is protected by a host of bodyguards, and intel shows that the fragile former constant rarely leaves the property.
Nolan Cassidy, on the other hand, roams the neighborhood streets. A recent arrival, the dutiful Providence Herald is busy making threat assessments and settling in with his security team.
Now remember, this is about more than just revenge. Janus is the key to bring down Providence. So get in there and find us a lead.
Good luck, 47. I've marked your map with several points. of interest. We're running this mission with very little upfront intel, but these locations could provide clues to help you obtain the information we need. Good luck.
Strategy is to be a little forceful with legislation, but...
Yeah, all right. Good luck, pal. You'll need it.
Vote for Blake at the upcoming elections. Excuse me, sir. Are you a registered voter? I'd love to tell you about a new candidate who might just change your life. Yes, sir, a total game changer here.
I'm listening.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure you're aware that voting season is upon us again. And if you're anything like me, a recent immigrant to this fine country, the candidates this time around just aren't very, savoury. But we have a man...
Keeping it tight, bro. All right, Aiden, I'm heading off on my tour now. Now, make sure you hand out a lot of those flyers, all right? And by a lot... Oh, hello there. I'm Charles Blake, chairman of the Homeowners Association. I'm running for a seat in the next election. I don't believe we've met,
I'm sure you're aware that voting
I'm not
season is
from
upon
around
us again.
here.
And if
not a
you're
registered
anything
voter,
like
then.
me,
I don't
a
much
recent
care
immigrant
for
to this
politics.
fine country, candidates this time around just
I
aren't
like your
very,
honesty. Yeah, just between you and me.
savoury. But we have a man
Please
here
get
today
out of
who's
my
about
face.
to change all that.
I don't care much for politics.
I like your
That
honesty.
is exactly
And
why
just
Blake
between
is
you and
out
me,
ringing doorbells
I don't
today.
care about politics.
He has no stakes.
I feel
in
you are
Washington.
violating my
No
personal
connections
space.
to the establishment. No allies hidden
I like
away
your
in
honesty.
lawless
And
groups that
just
pull the
between you and
strings
me,
around the world.
I don't care about politics.
He's just a
Hey,
common
back off a bit,
who
would you?
decided that he wouldn't take it. Good on you. Be sure
I
to
like
vote
your
come
honesty.
election day.
All right, Dave, I'm heading off on my tour now. Now make sure you hand out a lot for it. And by a lot, I mean all of them.
I'll do my best, Mr. Blake. Knock him dead.
Oh, don't you worry. I practically own. I like your art.
Good on you. Be sure to vote come election day.
Say, you guys haven't been poking around the frog habitat behind the house, have you?
No.
Oh, okay, great. It's just that, well, I saw one of those security people from Mr. Dennis's house. I'm pretty sure he's burying something back there. I just figured you guys, working together, you might know about it. Can't say that I...
Someone from Janus' security detail buried something in the frog habitat behind Cassidy's house. What could that possibly be?
We uncovered Jimmy Hoffa's remains back there. Okay.
Have a fly, man. Charles Blake III appreciates you.
All right, well, I'll just leave you to it.
That is exactly why Blake is out ringing doorbells today. He has no stakes in his fire force. Mr. Blake has many important things.
Hola, compadre, it's me. Yes, I still have a fumigation unit hooked up to Mr. Cassidy's house. I'll remove both units when I'm done with Mr. Patty's house. He's more cost-efficient like that. No, I didn't get him to upgrade. Our expensive chemicals are deadly. You know I won't use chemical weapons on innocent, defenseless animals. Well, you do things your way, I do things my way. Good. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey, honey, it's me. It's going okay. I just really miss you and the princess. It's just... It's always the same. People think I'm crazy just because I care about the lives of insects. You know how I feel about that. If I go into another line of work, somebody else will take my place. This is where I can make a real difference. You don't think I'm crazy, right? I love you too, honey. Bye.
You know the exterminator guy who was working on Batty's house?
Same guy who just did Cassidy's, right?
Yeah. So I let him use the green shipping container to store some chemicals. I asked him if it was poisonous, but he assured me that it was only a sleeping agent. Get this, he told me that he doesn't kill the bugs, he only sedates them so that he can set them free later.
Let me get this straight. He's an exterminator who cares about the lives of insects. What a weirdo.
I thought so too. But then, he told me this story about his pet cockroach, Pedro. It was genuinely a touching story. His parents were poor and couldn't afford to buy him a dog, but he found this cockroach in his room one day, and he took care of it. Pedro lived in a shoebox, and he even made a little leash for him so he could take him walking. They did everything together, until one day, he heard his mother scream from the kitchen, where he had left his pet while he went to the bathroom. He rushed to the kitchen, where he found Pedro pierced under one of his mom's stilettos.
Ah, great. Now I feel bad for all the roaches I've stepped on.
I give a rat's ass about their problems. Let this judge sort it out.
A lawsuit between Janus and a local resident. It might be just what we're looking for. Batty lives in number 432.
All right, Doc. All right. I'm just stressing out here, okay? Please, do what you can, all right? Yeah, I'll talk later.
Honey, it's me. You called? Yes, I know they're coming for dinner.
A lawsuit between Janus and another resident. Might be a good place to start your investigation into Janus's life, 47. I suggest you look closer at this James Batty fellow.
Have to finish my rounds first. I thought this was supposed to be a quiet Saturday, but there are just so many letters. I got a package for Batty as well. Did you know he was engaged in a lawsuit against Janus, that old Russian guy I talked about? No, there's only me here to cover it. I would love it if someone else could help, even if it was only with that package to Batty. He talks and talks, and I just don't have time for that today. All right, I'll call you when I'm over by the bus. Bye, honey.
Do you need some help?
You know what, friend? I could indeed use some help. It's very kind of you to ask. People in this neighborhood are just so friendly. That's what I really love about this place.
No problem. What do you need?
Well, I'm running awfully late today. Chatty people in this neighborhood, you know? Anyway, I've got this package for James Batty in number 432. Would you be able to deliver it to him? I wouldn't normally just hand over a package like that, but you look very trustworthy.
I could do that. House number 432?
Yes, big house at the bend in the road. It's undergoing fumigation at the moment, so you can't miss it. Just leave it in the mailbox and ring his doorbell, and he'll come get it. He lives in his shed in the backyard, so it might take a few moments for him to show up.
Consider it done.
Thank you again. This place is just amazing. Helen gives away muffins, and you're helping deliver packages. What a day!
Just calling to let you know that I received your suggestion for the new logo. I really like number 3. Yeah, the one with the cockroach. But can you make it look more like a sleeping fish instead of something? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Bye!
A package for me. Wonderful. I hope it's from the Mysterious Cheese Company. I love mysterious cheeses. Oh, a package. There's something moving. Where's it taking me? Well, either way, I can't wait to open it. Remember, patience is a virtue, James. Patience. Virtue. Oh, parcel. Little old me. Those legal documents anyway. No, wait, it's not. Hey!
Janus is apparently engaged in a civil... lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton Creek. James Batty, the plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter near the local creek. The lawsuit also mentions Nolan Cassidy and his unlawful surveillance around town. So Janus takes a helicopter trip once per year. I think we're onto something here, 47. 47, I think it would be beneficial to locate the unlawful surveillance mentioned in the lawsuit. Perhaps Nolan Cassidy's house would be a good place to start.
No visual on targets, man. I think we're in the clear.
Jeez. What? Man, I don't know. I'm gonna go check it out.
Good, Ching.
Hey, what in God's name do you think you're doing? Mano a mano. That's gonna hurt me a lot.
That is Nolan Cassidy, former Secret Service agent and current Providence Herald. Cassidy is assigned to protect Janus. Nolan Cassidy is down. Good work, 47. Janus awaits your attention. A recording of some sort. The note mentions another house. Perhaps Cassidy is using one of the vacant buildings as a base of operations, 47.
I like your honesty. And just between you and me, I don't care.
Did you drop off the surveillance tapes of Janus at the house? Cassidy was asking for them earlier.
Yeah, added them to the files.
What stupid.
Bring the tapes over to HQ and review them there. Recording is perfectly capable of playing the tapes as well. One of them
Cassidy is certainly keeping a close watch on Janus. I'm willing to bet those surveillance tapes hold interesting information.
Yes, I understand you tried to reach me earlier. Ah, there you are, my boy. Yes, well, it's about the chairman's seat. I understand Frederick was overlooked despite my recommendations. I would appreciate an explanation of the reasoning behind the decision. Well, it's a long and rather complicated discussion to undertake over the phone. Your request was put in front of the partners and considered, but in the end, it was decided to assign the role to the Washington twins. The partners saw their ideas as a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air. They are fortune seekers, robbers of the past, focusing on glory and wealth and outlandish futuristic dealings rather than conservation. They are not representative of what the society was built for. I understand your concern. Rest assured, I will be watching them closely. Very well. It seems we have a lot to discuss when we meet soon. Agreed. Until then.
Excellent. This confirms that Janus and the Constant will meet up soon. I don't think we'll be able to identify the partners today, but this is very useful. The tape doesn't specify where that meeting will take place, however. We need that final bit, 47. So, we know that Janus is expecting to leave Whittleton Creek via helicopter, and that he's going to meet the Constant at some event. I think it's time to look inside Janus's house for more clues.
Okay. Nice. Stop the strangling right now.
think I'd lose my mind living out in the burbs like this.
So, Janus smokes despite being dependent on an oxygen tank and his bodyguard's insistence on hiding his cigarettes. I wonder what might happen if he combined the two.
Oh, well, you know, I think someone in there is trying to help the old Jesus stop as well.
Richard, you are such a fool.
Oh, yeah. So, the other day I accidentally asked Janus about that urn in the basement.
How long did he talk for?
Oh, can't really be sure. Zoned out of it. Not as bad as that time I used to grandma. That scene kicked off some old memories and some long, long stories. He dragged me down to the basement and showed me all his
Janus is looking for an old group photo. It might be interesting to see who's on it.
Hey there. Sorry.
Talking about dying, Gunther. I'm talking about my dream.
Of course.
Forceful.
Yes. I don't much like him either.
Mr. Janus, I didn't say that.
Please, don't insult my intelligence. My body is frail and failing, but my mind is sharp as ever. Everything you just said points to a neurotic man with serious father issues. His dedication to Providence rather than his country points to an unreliable person.
Bodyguard. Hey.
Wooden figurine carved by an uncaring system using a blunt tool and little imagination.
You got all that right?
I think.
Good work, 47. All there is left to do now is wait.
That's very generous. Dare I say, American?
My plan is simple. Use my laws and the vast network to drag this out in court until the man runs out of money. With luck, he should be forced to sell that house of his in a year's time. So yes, I suppose you're right. It is the American approach.
Brutal, Mr. Janus. That's just brutal.
foot in the grave, but without my smokes, I might as well be dead. As old Trotsky said, just as a lamb...
At last, the actions of the first constant catch up with me. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like Janus. Still...
We are close now, gentlemen. Both targets are dead.
Understood.
Anybody copy? No sign of any puzzle.
He's been sitting there most of the day. I don't know what he's reading, but it looks like it's the most interesting thing he's ever come across.
Oddball nurse, chatted again.
Oh, yeah. The bird guy.
Another one of these puppies in the warehouse.
Maybe if you don't get along with the elderly, stay away from a career where you make personal house calls for them.
Oh?
Command, something ain't right down here. Stand by while I investigate.
Interesting.
One of Janus's many diaries. He's apparently been the chairman of the Ark Society for years. He stepped down very recently, but is still attached to the society. Well, 47, this is valuable information. Good work, 47. We now know Janus is meeting with the Constant at an event related to the Ark Society. And we have an approximate date as well. I think that's all we're going to get.
We're close to the finish line. It's time to end this.
All mission objectives are completed. 47, once you've left Whittleton Creek, I will notify Providence of our discovery.
In the meantime, we'll go over the clues you found. Once we've located the Constant, we'll make our final move.
You make it sound so easy.
That was exactly
The Ark Society. One of Providence's more obscure outfits.
I've heard whispers. A survivalist club for the global elite. Billionaires preparing for a global collapse. And now we know the Constant will attend their next gathering. So where is it?
That's the catch. The report is redacted. No names, no location.
So it's a dead end. I can't track them, not without ICA backup.
Now, I'm no big shot analyst, but it seems to me Janus was the Ark Society's founder, so chances are they'll want to pay their respects in private.
Track the coffin. Worth a shot.
You all right?
It comes back in flashes. Fear, anger, but like it happened to someone else.
Your gift and your curse. What they did to you. Well, I spent a long time feeling guilty about that. Now, I wonder who got the better deal.
Yes. Found something.
What are we looking at?
The ass end of nowhere. But this is where Janus's remains were shipped to. Our choice for a final resting place, wouldn't you say?
Not bad. So we stake it out. Await the next gathering. Then we waltz in and kidnap one of the world's most powerful men. Without ICA backup.
Like I said, it's a long shot.
We'll take it.